Alright, we are live and ready to go. So, something interesting that I saw someone tweet out today. A particular game, as you can tell, reached a certain, stretch mark. That being that it, excuse me, that being that it sold a total of 2 million copies. That's quite the feat for such a game. So, I figured, what better way to celebrate while we wait for a certain campaign than to play Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Let's dig up treasure. Okay, use the up and down to scale screen until the arrows fit the corners. Done. Just turn it fully up here. And here we go! Shovel Knight! Before we do anything else, let's just do a little something with the options here. First of all, sub-weapon input type. Let's just change that to press A, and this to press A. Yeah, I honestly find that a lot better to just press A rather than just do up and Y, because sometimes it's not the most responsive thing for me, but that's just me. And right. And once again, for some reason, it's not saying when I'm streaming. I do not know why it does this. Done. Let me just... Oh! Logged out of Twitch again. Yeah, that figures. Alright. Don't worry, as soon as I solve this little dilemma, we'll get back into it. Okay. Alright. Just level with me here. Okay. And should say that I'm live. Indeed it does. I'll just do this. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know why it keeps doing this where it just doesn't say what I'm streaming, even though I clearly put it in myself. Probably something on Twitch's end, honestly. But anyway, enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into the real reason why we're playing this. Well, to play it. Alright, let's start. Gee, look at all the options we got. Wait a minute. Oh, wow! You can have up to 20 profiles now? Well, I guess it makes sense because of the fact that we have 3 campaigns, not to mention the other stuff you can do with Shovel Knight. Wow, that's really cool. Is that new? Or has that always been the case? I don't know. Let's just go with the first one. Alright. As you can see, we got quite a bit of options to choose one. We have Shovel Knight, dig your way through the main storyline. We got Plague Knight, toss bombs in this tricky alternate quest. And we have Spectre Knight, slice and dice through the tragic prequel. And, as fun as it would be to play as, any of them, we're just gonna stick with the base Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope. Alright. So, what do we want the name to be? Well, I already know. Which is pretty much the standard at this point. There we go. Enter body swap mode. Oh yeah, this is a new thing. Enter body swap mode. Before you begin, would you like to swap the bodies of any characters in the main cast? Note, you can perform this action at any time in the pause menu. Tempting as it may be, we'll save that Rule 63 for some other time. But anyway, as you can see, we've got our profile all set up, so let's get into it. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. But their travels together ended at the Tower of Fate, when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed, and Shield Knight was gone. His spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter. Now the tower is unsealed and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. Ready? Alright! So, for anyone who's never seen this game before, as you can tell straight off the bat, there is a lot of inspiration from, pretty much, NES titles. Like, everything you see here is pretty much all, inspired by that. Got the classic music, got the sprite work, and I must say, when I first played this game, I didn't know what to expect. Probably because, maybe I'm not as nostalgic for these type of games as other people, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. It took some getting used to with the controls, and as you can see, Shovel Knight, he controls fairly basic. He basically, pogos around via, like, DuckTales with Scrooge McDuck with his trusty shovel. He can also dig up stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say this shovel pull is probably, like, the most fairly straightforward out of all of them. Like, if you're picking up this game for the first time, I would say just go for this one and just take it from there. Of course, you can just not completely take my word for it and just go about, like, any of these, characters any way you want. Really, it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, Shovel Knight's pretty much the most, basic of all of them, because, well, he's Shovel Knight, and he's the one who started all this. But yeah, there is a bit of, learning to be had. There's a little bit of a difficulty curve, but nothing that, anyone shouldn't be able to handle. I mean, hell, if I'm able to, like, play this and I've hardly played any NES games, I mean, what can I say? I was a 90s kid, wasn't an 80s kid. You want me to be real here. But, I digress. This is a good game, and you should totally get it. It is available on a lot of systems now. As you can see, I am playing it on the Switch, but it is also available on the Wii U, it is available on the 3DS, it is available on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Steam! Oh, and PlayStation Vita as well. I forgot to mention that as well. I totally forgot about that. But, yeah! As you can see, we got a little bit of a thing over here! Wonder what it could be. It was a sheet. Plain simple. But we'll figure out what that does later. For now, we've got work to do. We must travel the lands far and wide to search for our beloved. Yeah, one helpful thing that I did discover in due time with playing the base Shovel Knight is that anytime you want to cancel out of, like, him doing his little pogo, just press the attack button, you'll just cancel right out of it like that. That I found to be very useful and helped me quite a bit, and hopefully it will be useful to you if you're playing this for the first time, so you don't have to constantly jump. I mean, as good as it is to jump with Shovel Knight, there's going to be some instances where you kind of want to be quick on your feet. But I really do like this game. It's, like, pretty easy to, like, pick up. There is a few things that you gotta learn as you go along, but it's still pretty, pretty fun. And once you get the gist of it, then it just becomes so much more fun to play. Like, see right here. As you can see, if you bounce on these bubbles, we get another sheet. Yeah, that's another thing you gotta keep in mind, is that Shovel Knight has to be... It's a little bit precise, but not anything that's unforgiving by any sense of the word. But still, just, you know, keep that in mind when you're playing this game. I like how I'm talking like I'm an expert on this game, which, I mean, I want to say I'm fairly decent at Shovel Knight. I mean, I'm no, like, speedrunner or, like, pro. Not going to show off any pro strats, because, you know, I'm trying to be modest here. Which is par for the course. But anyway, go up here, and we get a gem. Very nice. You may have also noticed a little icon window with Magic at 30. We don't really have any use for that yet. We will have use for that in due time. Don't you worry. We will in due time. Alright. This part can be a bit tricky because we got this dragon to deal with, and I almost fell there. And this part can be a little tricky as well because there's a pit right here, and if you're not careful, this dragon can, like, knock you straight down. Especially with the bubbles. Okay. And, fortunately I didn't get the apple, but that's fine, that's fine. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit, tricky because we got... Never mind. I was gonna say it was gonna be tricky because the skeleton guy was there, but... I guess he just decided to commit suicide. I mean, he's a skeleton, he didn't have much love for A. If we can even call that loving. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, canceling out of this is, I'm just making sure. I mean, it's not like I'm in any danger here, but, again, like, there will be times where you want to, like, cancel out of, like, his pogo animation, like, if you're, like, over a pit or anything like that. Because, we only have the one jump here. Unlike certain other individuals where it's, like, multiple or, like... some characters that can, like, cling on walls. Not trying to spoil anything, but, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how this stream goes. I'll probably stream more of this. I'll probably definitely stream King of Cards when that comes out. I am super excited about that. But in due time, we'll probably show off, like, you know, the other characters when the time comes. But as you can see, we got a roast turkey here and a checkpoint. Wonder what that entails. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later, the cerulean coward! Turn back, Shovel Knight! There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I've no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses. Can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress. And her invincible Knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me! Steal thy shovel! And here we have our first boss encounter! Black Knight! As you can see, he has a shovel as well, and his attacks can be a little bit, tricky to dodge, but... if you basically stay a good distance from him, you know, like I'm not doing, then you'll pretty much have this fight in the back. Yeah, when he does this little attack where he jumps up in the air and just goes out on you, I apologize for that phrasing. But when he does that, just keep moving. You'll eventually, he'll eventually run out. And always good to, like, go underneath him and all that. He does sometimes do that, which gives you a golden opportunity to attack him. Okay. Alright. Okay. Come on. Oh boy. God, I'm so... Okay. Come on. Oh, I was so close! Oh, man, you could even see that I was, right about to hit him. But, also, in case you notice, when you die, you don't necessarily lose lives. Instead, you lose money. And, as you can see right here, you can also get it back. So, like, death in this game is not as inconsequential as, say, other games. So, you know, dying in this game is not really the end of the world. Yeah, like you see here, I'm doing so much better because I'm actually taking my own damn advice and keeping a distance from him. Yeah, this fight can be a bit intimidating because it's the first fight in the game, you don't have much health, and you basically gotta deal with what you have, which is basically, you know, your shovel. But, in due time, we will get some things that'll make the upcoming battles so much easier. Yeah, it kind of tricked me there, but there we go! Even if I, even though I died already, this fight is not bad at all. And he runs away. But we have not seen the last of him. No siree. Not trying to say any spoilers, but, you know how games like this work. And after a long day of traveling, it is time for us to rest. So they were all coming out of the stream. Okay, never mind. What's this? It's Shield Knight! Catch her! It was but a dream. Also, something that I did not realize in this game at first, you can actually dig up the fireplace. Feat accomplished! Only you. I did not know about that for quite a while. And when I did, I was like, wow, you can do that? Interesting. Also, thank you, game, for explaining that, yes, this game does have amiibo support and co-op for this particular game. I believe the Wii U version also has, like, amiibo support, I want to say. Definitely know this game does. But anyway, let's travel to the village! Halt! No weapons! We have enough to worry about lately without everyone stringing swords around. Oh, that's no weapon, just a shovel. You may enter then, and don't forget, press up to talk to everyone. Will do! Will do! So, this is pretty much the main hub world for this particular mode, in this case scenario. And who do we have right here?
Hail, traveler! I am but a simple bard, but I have a big problem.
I've lost all my music sheets. My entire repertoire lays scattered across the land. If you ever find a music sheet, return it to me and I shall reward you handsomely.
Whoa! You have 2 music sheets! Magnificent! Take 500 gold for each! Wonderful! Let's see here. Oh, you found the rival!
Black Knight has fine musical takes. Should say composition. But then I suppose I'd be the one with the rival.
Now that I have this music sheet, I can perform for you anytime. Just ask.
So this is basically what the music sheets are for. When you find them in the levels, just bring them to this guy. He'll basically give you money for it. It's kind of gotten a bit useless now because they added an update where you can just listen to music anyway. I'm pretty sure it's when you beat the game. But I still say that you should collect them anyway because it will give you money, and, you know, if you know any game like this, you're gonna need the money. But anywho, so let's explore a little bit. Let's explore a little bit before I do anything. Ha ha ha! Your hoop is mine now, little girl! Ha 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 ha! Okay, that was fun. Now, something you may or may not know, if you wait for this lady to come by, you can jump on her head, come up here, and you can get another music sheet. But there's more. We have a gem. Not too shabby. So we're not even like, you know, we just got a first level done, and like we already got a hefty amount of money and all that.
Wow, incredible! You really are Shovel Knight!
He's impressed by us digging up piles of dirt. But yeah, there's also stuff if we go down here. We got a little tally here, or whatever you call it.
Oh, woe is me, the king of nothing, not to rule by my lone bar stool. King Knight sits on Pridemoor's throne. That gilded goon, he'll get his soon!
Interesting. What do you gotta say?
Double trouble, soil and shovel! My third eye knows your useless infos! Excavatio! The number of dit piles you dug is 8! Aurum infinosa! The amount of gold you collected is 6,256!
Thanato refatatum! The number of times you've fallen in battle is 1! Temporum perpetua! The total time you spent adventuring is 16 minutes and 47 seconds.
I madly see all of your acts! Come back again for more useful facts!
Thanks for helping me, kindly witch.
I'm not a witch!
Good for me. But if we go over here, we have a certain lovely lady. I suppose peaceful solitude is too much to ask for. Well, as long as I'm stranded here. Shall we pass the time with a little game? I'll just need 100 gold first. Alright, I'll conjure up some things, and you can hit them toward the targets for points. Okay? So this game, as long as you got the money for it, you can do it, as many times as you want. However, I am going to try and aim for a certain score, because there is something that happens when we get enough points in this. Alright. Just trying to focus here. Not the easiest thing to do with this game. It can be a little finicky. I realize this. Alright, come on. Come on! You got 78 points. Good job, I guess. Take this, and come back if you get bored again. Okay. Let's try it again. Alright. Let's see if we can do that. Off to a great start. Come on. We can do this! Course. 150. Okay. Doable. We don't fuck this up, how? I say as soon as I fuck it up somehow. Alright, I'll try it one more time. Well, that's embarrassing. I know there is something that you, pretty much, get if you do get that high score, but I guess it was not meant to be. Oh, we can show off this guy. Hey, Shovel Knight, I know things are tough, but don't throw in the trowel. Alright, thanks, Chugga. Alright, what do you guys say?
Psst! Hey, blue guy, you won't believe the merchandise I've got for you today. Why not have a look?
Okay, so we got a fishing rod and a chaos sphere. Feat accomplished! First purchase. By pressing A with the fishing rod, cast it into a pit and wait for a bite. Keep an eye out for sparkling fishing spots. Okay.
Hello, fish friend! All hail the Trouble King!
Who?
You've never heard of the Trouble King? Half trout and half apple, pronounced Night Mouthful. He's one of the forest gods, here to help those in need. I'm telling the truth. If you ever visit the sacred grotto, hold your chalice aloft, and the Trouble King will appear. As it happens, I have been entrusted to sell trouble chalices to believers. Would you like one?
Yes. Okay. So, even though we didn't get exactly what I tried to in that minigame, we still got a respectable amount of money. So let's go back and turn in those music sheets for the bard. Get even more money.
Oh, you found Pastoral! Having my music piped into shopping centers, I suppose it does pay the bills.
I suppose so. Alright. What do you guys say, Goat?
Decisions. Should I extend my magic or help? Or just eat a tin can? Why not buy my meal ticket and help narrow my options?
So this is how you extend your help. You get a meal ticket from him, and basically this guy up here.
A meal ticket? Hand to me! I'll get to work on my best recipe!
Okay.
I'll dazzle your palate in no time or less, so bon appetit and pardon the mess!
Alright. And with that, we extended our health. And we go over to this woman.
One more use out of your relics? Oh, yes, of course. I can increase your maximum magic. Good.
Alright. So this is how you increase your magic. Since we now have a use for it. Alright. And we still have a respectable amount of money, so, I I think we've done enough exploring for this, so let's just get out here and let's see what this is all about.
What do you think you're doing, mortal? Who has awakened me? Mortal, dost thou need aid? I sense a trouble, Chalice. I can fill it with a magic ichor. That's pronounced ichor. Choose your ichor wisely.
So, we've got the Ichor of Renewal, refills all health and magic, Ichor of Boldness, become invincible for 10 seconds, and Ichor of Fortune, absorb nearby treasure for 60 seconds. I think you know which one I prefer, so let's get that one.
Subjects, a new initiate joins us. The ceremony shall commence! Fare thee well, Shovel Knight. Return if thou hast need of my aid again.
Feat accomplished! Trouble Acolyte. Let's go return that music. Alrighty. Let's see here. Ooh, you found lots of the Trouble King. Upon my first recital, the Trouble King started flapping his fins and said, "I'm so happy I could spit!" What happened next? I prefer not to talk about it. Alright, let's see if I have enough for maybe another health upgrade. Nope. What about magic? Oh, why not? There we go. Alright. So, let's say we tackle the next few obstacles, and then we take it from there. Let's go to Pridemore Keep, Lair of King Knight. Dig in! So, sorry I've been quiet, but I love this song. It is probably one of my favorite songs in the entire game. It's so good. I think this is probably the point where I realize how good this game is. It's just this song. This song pretty much is the emphasis of my love for this game. But not being around the bush, we got, we had a new enemy there, which is these, knights, I guess? I mean, I call them that because they're, like, horses, and I guess meant to be semblance of chess pieces. I think is what they're going for. They basically just lunge at you, you can jump on them, yada. And we also have these cauldrons that spew fire, which can be a little bit daunting, but if you basically time it just right, you'll be fine. Alright. Let's go right here. And yeah, if you got the fishing rod, you can basically fish those things up, and sometimes they'll have fish that'll give you money, which is very, very good. And now we have quite possibly one of my least favorite enemies in this game is the helicopter mice. I really do not like them. I mean, they look cute in their own right. I'm just not a fan. And trust me, we'll be seeing a lot more of them. A lot more. But enough of that. In fact, speak of the devil, they're here right now. And we also have another new enemy, these wizard guys. There are several different types of wizards, but one thing you can do is you can basically just strike those attacks back at them. I feel like, depending on who you're playing at, will have a major impact on how to go about dealing with those guys. But anywho. Also, you can break those things to get more money, but you will no longer have access to that checkpoint. So if you die, you will no longer spawn at that checkpoint because you broke it for the gold. So it's kind of risk and rewards kind of deal. Aha! Now we have a true knight right here. And these guys can be a little bit tough to deal with Shovel Knight, because they basically, if you try jumping on their heads, they basically block with a shield. So you kind of have to play strategically with these guys. Kind of like do that, where you kind of like lead them to a false sense of security or something of the sort. And of course, I missed that gold, and I didn't have a chance to get it. That's one of the few complaints I have with the base Shovel Knight, is that, like, a lot of the areas, if you miss your chance, you don't really get a second, as opposed to, like, other characters, which is much more easier to, like, get to them, and, like, there's not really any penalty if you don't. But that's just me. I still say that base Shovel Knight is still pretty fun to play. Even if the other characters might have made it a bit inferior over the years of these 4 years that this game's been out. Anywho, we got a treasure chest over here. In the village or on the field, I have all the deals. You're not gonna believe what I just found in this chest. Wanna see? So this guy is Chester. We saw him in the village, but if you find him in a stage, he'll sell you an item of that stage. This, we have the Flare Wand. Press A. It's a wand that shoots fireballs. Watch your magic meter. So this is where the magic meter really comes in handy, because you're basically using... Every time you use it, you're basically using up magic, is pretty much what I have to say. And you can basically refill them with jars and the sort. And, wow, that's embarrassing. I really should have jumped there. I was not thinking clearly. Oh well. Let's see. Do I want to get that money back? It's kind of risky, but I'll go for it. Yeah, that's what I meant to do and what I should have done. But, no harm, no foul. I got my money back, so... It's not the end of the world, like I said. Dying is not a great loss in this game, as opposed to some other games where, like, oh, you died, you suck. Do you want to exit this stage and quit your life forever? And I made that seem more dark than I should have. Ignoring that, oh yeah, sometimes these sometimes these little pots will have a trap where there's a bomb in them, which can be a little bit infuriating at times, but you know, it is what it is. I believe there's some coinage down here. We should be able to still make it if I'm just, you know, do this right. Okay. I should make it up there. Emphasis on should. Okay. Oh, so this is what the flare wand does. It's a little bit of a projectile that's more or less a way for Shovel Knight to deal with things at a range. Because, as you can tell by this point, his moves are pretty limited, and he's more at close combat. But now we got something that can make up for that, and that can deal with enemies from further away, so that's always fun. And we got another checkpoint, which is always nice. And who do we have here? We got a griffin. Yeah, as you can tell, I've faced this guy numerous times to know that if you stand there, you're pretty much good, and he can't really do much to you. But this is where things get a little bit tricky and complicated. Notice how there's a lot of these helicopter mice here, and there's something up here. I did not know about this when I first played it, but then I started jumping on them and realized, hey, can I get up there? And I know you can get up there with certain other characters, so logic would dictate that you can definitely get up there with Shovel Knight, as I have demonstrated here. There's not really anything major up here. I do know there's a lot of treasure, which, as you've been paying attention to my constant, like, you know, emphasis on it, we're going to need all the treasure we can get if we want to get everything in the game. Alright. Okay. I believe if you dig on this wall, there's more treasure right there. Alright, kill this guy. So kill this guy, thank you. And we got even more treasure! Not too shabby. I'm sorry, I know I'm just gushing at this point, but I just love... Excuse me. I just love this song. It is one of my... I should probably just shut up right now. I've already said what I need to say on this particular song, so that's that. Alright. Aha. Got a little bit of an interesting path right here. Yeah, I kind of screwed up, so I can't get his stuff over there, but there's plenty more treasure to be had. Yeah, as you can see, things are getting a little bit tricky because he's standing on dirt piles. The levels do ramp up in due time in terms of difficulty. They definitely throw stuff in that can catch you off guard if you're not careful. Such as this, but before we investigate that, let's go over here. And, hey. Come down here, so I can kill him. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Ooh, woo! Yeah, I really don't like these helicopter mice. I can think of enemies I like less than helicopter mice, but now we have these books which create platforms for us to stand on, but it's only for a limited amount of time. So you gotta be real quick-like when traversing these.
Wait! Stay, thy fork knight! I bring gifts from the Trouble King! Oh, but you can't carry anymore. Come find me again when you have a spare chalice.
So yeah, you can even find trouples in the levels. So even if you don't have like anything you fill a chalice with, and you don't have any way of getting to the Tropple Pond, and I did not jump there. I should have. But yeah, you can basically just use them. Although it's kind of random what they give you, so just keep that in mind. Oh god. Yeah, this part with the books is not my most favorite part of this entire stage. As much as I love this music and love this stage, I'll admit, between the helicopter mice and the books, it could be better. But of course, this is one of the beginning levels in the game, so jump here, be quick like this, and there we go. Once again, if I had just been smart and just, like, jumped on the book, I wouldn't have died, but, you know, live and learn, I guess. Even though this isn't Sonic, this is Shovel Knight. Well, I mean, and before, Shovel Knight makes it in Smash, which who knows at this point. And once again, as you can see, I am exploiting this guy's, pattern by just staying in the one spot where his projectiles cannot hit me. These guys can be a joke once you exploit that. And I realized that was a pretty cheap tactic, but anyway.
An interloper is in our midst! Begone from our throne room, knave! I'm no more sure than you! You aren't even a real king! Oh, but you are mistaken. The Enchantress saw me for my fabulous regal self, and now all bow before me! You're not but a decadent dandy! Prepare to taste justice! Shovel justice! Silence!
And now here's our next boss, King Knight, who I look forward to playing as. As you can tell, he basically jumps all over the place. He can be quite tricky to deal with because of that. And he even does this where he just lunges at you. He can be quite the tricky trickster, and he also brings down confetti, which also damages you, so you want to be wary of that. And I'm almost dead. Yeah, this is why I say the regenerating health and magic is pretty much essential, because as you see there, I pretty much dominated this guy, and if I didn't use the Eye-Core, I probably would have died again. Alrighty. So, now that's all said and done, we have it looks like we have a little bit of an enemy to deal with. These things sort of spawn when you complete certain stages. They're basically sort of like gauntlets when you see the knights appear on the map. There are several different ones. This being, of course, the gauntlet, as you can tell by the dragons and all that. And as you can see, the dragons can be quite a bit of a pain because they lunge straight at you, and if you're not careful, they can knock you straight into the pit like that skeleton did, and not the dragon. Yeah, I want to say these challenge stages with the enemies are pretty much like the blockades in like Mario 3, I want to say. Okay. Nope! Nope! Not this time! Whew! Okay, that was close. Okay. Now that's all said and done. Let's go back to Trove Pond and refill my chalice, because Lord knows I'll need it. Okay. Ichor of renewal, please. Thank you. Alright. So that being said, I think once we return the scroll to the bard and get ourselves situated, we'll pretty much end things off for now.
Let's see here. Oh, you found in the halls of the Usurper. My first publicly performed Leia theme. You might say it kick-started my career.
Ah, it's funny because this game was kick-started and funded successfully.
Anywho.
Alright. So let's see. Get ourselves a meal ticket. That's always nice. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna hold off on magic and go down here and get something else for our troubles. The Chaos Sphere! This, I believe, is pretty much optional, but it's pretty handy. This is basically what it does. So, pretty neat. Alright, let's see. King Knight reigns no more! Huzzah! Now I can rule Primord! Hurrah! I can't wait to greet old Plume and Beaky. They probably can't wait to see me. Well, that's awkward. Alright. I guess once, we toggle this again and fail miserably, we'll, pretty much end this off. Yeah, I know. Well, that clearly doesn't work. Well, at least I tried. But, anyway, I think that's it for now. Get this game if you haven't already. And I suppose, I'll see you all next time. Later!